And Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Natson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rudolph. Screen pass to Connor. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final shot before the break. Rudolph going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They find some open field here. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On the ball. Check 49, check 49. Get it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Down. 10-2 stop.
54 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Check 13. Check 13. Check. Hey, lock it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rudolph. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check out.
Roll out.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. This safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Focus, defense, focus.
Greystone, travel. Rock it, rock it. Ready?
Again, it's Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
It's now 3rd down and 4. Mark 54.
Hey, Sam on. Let's go.
Here's Rudolph.
Switch.
And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Natson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. His 2nd sack of the night. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Goff now looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 50.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check safety, check safety. 25, check 25, check 25. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Got an open man. It's Washington. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Look at me. Go, fight.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, set. Go 50 against the mic. It's our time. It's General West. Slam. Leo. Crash. Now.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Switzer on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now it's Rudolph. Johnson's got it complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Rudolph. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Tackles. Check 50.
Back to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bryce Hager gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.